Hi everyone, so my Spanish update. I have finally bought the Spanish house. Yay! You've probably seen that on my social media and stuff anyway. But yeah, we finally got it. My auntie just said one day, right, you need to come over next week and let's get this sorted. So I booked a plane ticket for the very next day and I flew over. On the first day we got loads done. Now, obviously I've never bought a house before. I didn't realise there was so much paperwork and all this that needed to be doing. So the first day we had to go firstly to the solicitors, and then he gave us a piece of paper to go and get my n.i.e. number. So to buy a house in Spain you need to have an n.i.e. number. They go like n.i.e. So we had to pay the solicitor for doing the form, and then we had to also then take it to the bank to pay a tax. So there's lots of money straight away. We then had to drive to a town called Batha and give the form to another man who had to stamp it, but it couldn't be stamped and got the form come back for days and days and days. So we were told, oh, you might have it by the end of the week, you might not. So of course I was only wanting to stay for a week, so I was really worried that I was going to have to stay longer waiting for this bloody piece of paper in order for me to be allowed to buy a house. It's just a number, n.i.e. number. So you need one of them if you're going to buy a Spanish house. So we finally got it. We were so happy it arrived on the right day. So we organised everything to happen on the Friday. We had to travel an hour to go and get this piece of paper, the n.i.e., stamped by this very important man. We had to drive back an hour, and then we had to go to the notary. Don't know what the equivalent of that in England is, maybe like a lawyer's. That's where all the owners of the house were there as well. So there was 3 separate owners of the house. So I had to get 3 different cheques from the bank. So we had to go for a bank appointment as well to pay all these 3 different people. I had to have a translator who wasn't allowed to be my auntie because my auntie was involved in the process. So we then had to find a translator for me as well. So the room, it had about 10 people in it. Had like the estate agents, the 3 owners, me, my auntie, my uncle, a translator, and then the official people as well. So it was like a weird sort of lawyer party. It was like very strange. Everyone was just talking at the same time, and like even though it was like a really serious situation, everyone was like laughing and joking and stuff like that. So it was quite relaxed at the same time. So I had to read and sign saying yes, I understood, this were the plots and so on and so on. And then we had to go into this other very important room, a man with lots of big books. I think he's the big dog. And then he again taught me through it all again. He gave the cheques to the people. Congratulations, you bought a house. Now after I bought the house, the estate agent ran away. And he sort of quickly said that I would have to pay the tax because the house was sold cheaper than what it was valued at. So that's more money that I'm going to have to pay in the future. There was also another amount of money that I'm going to have to pay as well. Seems in Spain there's money for everything. So I'm really lucky that I'd saved up, extra to account for all this. So now I'm poor. I've got no money in my bank anymore. But I have a house. I have bricks and mortar, so I'm really happy. Since we've bought the house, obviously I've come back to England and I had an electrician go in, and the electrics were actually from about the 1940s. And they were 1.5 mil or something like that, but they had to be 2.5, so like they were half the size wires than it should have been. Apparently they'd already started melting, so if I'd like plugged in any British appliances through an adapter, which I bought millions of, which I shouldn't have, it probably would have had a house fire. The power just wouldn't have been able to cope. So I'm so glad we caught up with that before I actually moved in, because I only had him going in to change some sockets and he was like, no, there's a lot more that actually needs done. So that's actually costing me a few grand more than I'd wanted as well. And then also, because the old Spanish houses, they have no foundations, so it actually has, it's kind of like rising damp, but it's not damp because it's not black, it's like the salt's coming out of the walls, and that's in my 2 main rooms downstairs. So that's all just now getting reboarded and replastered. They're having to sort of do it 3 inches away from the wall, treat the walls so it doesn't come up again. So that's like the most effective way of not seeing this salt coming out the walls again. So again, that's cost me a few more pennies than I hadn't expected as well. So my wishes of getting posh baths and fancy wallpaper out of the window, because all these things that I'd never thought I would have encountered have come up. But my house will be more ready to move into as soon as we get there. So we've got the plans of moving out. I've actually booked the plane tickets. Yay! We're going on the 21st of June. So that is pretty soon, about 3 weeks time now. So I'm just working, trying to earn as much money as I can, because I'm probably not going to be able to work for the first few weeks we're going to be there. We're going to stay with my nan for about a week. So we can get painting, cleaning, indie-proof the house, lots of little bits like that, just so it's more able to live in it. But before that, the house still doesn't have any water or electric going through the house. So my lovely auntie's trying to deal with that. It's not as easy as it is in England. You have to have appointments, and you have to pay quite a lot of money to get these things switched on, which is in the UK, it would just happen automatically with a phone call or whatever. So that's another load of things that need done. Our stuff is getting removed by Shoreline Removals. They are a company I dealt with when I moved from Wales to England, and I really trust them, and they've got me a really good deal. They're coming and they're packing the house, and it's going to be following us about a week or 10 days after we get there. So we're going to move over to Spain just with a few suitcases, and then our stuff's going to follow us. So hopefully by the time that gets to us, the house will be a bit more fancy, painted. I need to give it a good clean. If anyone knows me, I'm very clean obsessed. So that's the thing that's panicking me the most. I can't wait to go and clean the house. I can't think of anything else I need to update with the move. No, I can't. So my next video, it might actually be in the new house, or maybe when we're doing the stuff. I don't know. But I just wanted to update anyone anyway, because it's probably been about 2 months since I made a video. Well, this one's probably been quite boring, but I hope you have managed to watch it to the end. Any people that are considering moving to Spain, you've got any questions, I feel like I can answer them now. So if you've got any questions, just ask away. See you later, guys.